Happy Motoring comes alongside is just to head back. Down on the rail and holding third is Tijuana Taxi. Here comes Son Sam, wheeling 3 wide and going right up to join him. Son Sam on the far outside now clears her length and is going to get rail position. It's Son Sam taking command. They reach the 3/4, 125.4. Top of the lane, and it's not over yet. Son Sam turns home 2 up. Hot hitter, Happy Motoring, Tijuana Taxi trying to come back at him. Son Sam's got the top. Hot hitters along the rail, still a length and a half back. Then it's Tijuana Taxi and Happy Motoring. Son Sam commands it by 2.5. Hot hitters taking that drive, but it's going to be Son Sam.
Hello, it's Bob Pandolfo, and it's Monday, August 7th, 2023. This is Power Brush with Pandy, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Hambletonian. A very short video, just a recap of Hambletonian Day at the Meadowlands, which was Saturday, August 5th. All right, so the Hambletonian, as you can see, was won by a long shot tactical approach. And so here's my picks in that race, the Hambletonian. Now, you know, I kind of was trying to tip off people here that the morning line favorite, Celebrity Bambino, really wasn't a great favorite. You know, as you can see here, I said, in his elimination, he looked sharp, but he was able to rate his own pace to a 55 3/2 with no challenges at any point. He's a solid contender here, but I'm not sure that he'd be worth short odds because this Hambo looks pretty wide open, and I expect that the pace will be faster than 55 3. So, you know, when I was making the line, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I don't think any horse is worth like 8 to 5 in this field. And I thought Winner's Bet was at least as good as Celebrity Bambino and would be a better value. So anyway, I made Winner's Bet my best bet of the day at 5 to 2 odds, and I made Celebrity Bambino 5 to 2 odds. So the bettors, you know, they were right on the money. The morning line favorite, Celebrity Bambino, did go off the favorite, but he went off at 5 to 2, and Winner's Bet went off at 5 to 2. And not surprisingly, you know, neither one of them really raced that great. It's not like they're not, you know, good colts. It's just that they don't have any, you know, there isn't any colt that has a big advantage. You know, they're all kind of, there's a bunch of horses that are evenly matched. The horse Tactical Approach that won this race, I mean, you know, he's a nice horse. You know, take a look at the, over here, okay, 12th race. You know, we'll take a look at the 12th race here from Saturday, and you know, if you look down at Tactical Approach, I mean, on paper, he was, you know, right up there. I mean, you can see, you know, he raced well from post 8 against Celebrity Bambino. Here he is behind Winner's Pet here. He lost by like a length and a quarter. Here he lost by a length to Celebrity Bambino and OL. So he's right up there, but the thing is, I personally would never consider betting this horse from post 10 in a top stakes race like this, because I figured, you know, I looked at him, but I figured he's going to have to pass all these horses. I didn't think he'd leave. The problem is this horse, you know, he's not that quick out of the gate. If you look when he leaves, so here he left, but look at the first quarter, 27 3 isn't that fast, and he, you know, he still hasn't gotten the lead yet. Here, 27 3 again, he's third. So he's kind of working his way to lead. So he goes to the quarter in like 28 seconds, which is slow. So you got to figure they're not going to leave from post 10 with a horse that can't leave that fast, because he's going to get parked a mile, which means they'd have to pass all the horses, which he did, you know. So the thing is, he never got off the rail. He got kind of a lucky trip. And Scott Zeron, you know, he's had that magic touch on long shots this year. You know, he brought in a long shot in North American Pace. We had a beautiful drive where he stole the race, basically. And then, you know, last Friday, August 4th, he brought in 4 horses. 3 of them were long shots, 3 long shots in the Kindergarten Series, all with, you know, very cagey drives. And this was, you know, it was lucky. But hey, look, you know, sometimes they have that touch, they have that streak going, you know, where they're hot. You know, you get a hot driver, and horses work out trips like this because he's just, you know, he's in a good group. But I mean, all these horses here, they all raced basically the first like 6 horses here, you know, they all raced okay, basically, but none of them are outstanding horses. So they're all, you know, it's a pretty evenly matched group. And as the rest of the year goes on in these 3-year-old stakes races, I don't think any one of these is really going to step up and dominate. But, you know, you get good racing that way. You know, I did mention, too, on the card, like early on, you know, in my analysis on the video last week, I said I don't think the racing would be speed favoring. because the Meadowlands does a very good job in these big days, and a very good job overall of not having a speed bias. And you got to give him credit for that. So you did have some, look, it's academic, one from off the pace. Heaven Hanover won the Oaks. This was really, surprising, but you got a 53 and 2.5. So, but that's still good. Like sometimes, if you get a speed favoring track, even if there's a fast pace, the horses aren't going to come from behind. So the Meadowlands does a very good job, and I said that. I said I don't think it's going to be. Here's another closer that won, loved by the masses. I said that I don't think it's going to be a speed favoring track, and it wasn't last year. And it was just like last year, where as the day went on, it became less speed favoring. So I want to just one more thing I want to talk about, which is the cane pace. I took a shot on a long shot here. Again, Scotty Zeron, El Rey went off 15-1, which is about what I figured he'd go off at. But Confederate, obviously, very tough horse. I made him 2-5. He won at 2-5 odds. Now, this horse, Confederate, the big question is going to be now, and I don't know where they're going with him next. I would imagine they're not going to race in a Little Brown Jug. He doesn't seem like a horse that would be good on a half-mile track. But we'll see. I'm not really sure. But this horse can easily, pace the last half in like 52. He's had a couple of 52 and 1s. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. That's pretty tough for even an older horse. And here's a 3-year-old. So the question is going to be, can he set a world record, right? Can he go like 146 and 3 or something like that? I think he definitely can. But the thing is that being and he's not a front runner, he can't go out. The driver can't go out there and step on the gas and just try to rattle off fast fractions and set a world record. He's not that kind of horse. I guess they could. I mean, they could try it, but I don't think that they will. Brett Pelling is a great horseman. I don't think he's going to say, "Let's gut this horse to try to get a world record." This guy's a real horseman. So what will happen though is if he gets into a race with a really fast pace, he'll probably come close to a world record or set a world record. He's got the motor. Even though he's not a real big horse, this horse can really. He has like a limitless kind of stamina. He just comes home in 25 and change like it's nothing. This race he was like totally on the wraps, and he makes it look easy. Now this was a very modest pace. I think by the time he got to the 14th race, the drivers realized the track's tiring now, and it became more tiring as the day went on. So nobody was kind of putting the pedal to the metal. But it's going to be interesting to watch. I really hope they race this horse as a 4-year-old, because that's when you really get a chance to see the record-breaking miles. As the horse gets to that, because most of these horses are going to be a little better at 4-year-olds than they are at 3. Not all of them. This is a pretty precocious horse. Obviously, he was a great horse for 2, but still, 4-year-old is just that peak time. If you have a horse who's sound, and you can really get some monster miles. So we'll see. But anyway, the card itself was great. The track was in great condition, and just and there were good payoffs. The overlay of the day, and this is the last thing I'll talk about. I had picked this horse on top, Silver Label. I had made this horse Silver Label in the Lady Liberty. I believe. Let's see, 8-5. Yeah, I made the horse 8-5 Silver Label. I guess the bettors, didn't think that race was as good. To me, she clearly looked like the best horse. But again, Scott Zeron, good value, and she was really good here, and she paid $10.60. That was a really good bet. Look at the pace here, 119 and 4, and she had to brush around this horse, and she did a really nice job here. But anyway, remember to subscribe to my channel so I can keep making these videos. Lots of luck. Thanks for watching Power Brush.